for tears. Here's where the symbolism becomes even more fascinating. Our Pearl, the one we follow throughout the series, has her gem on her forehead, the seat of intellect, clarity, and control. Yet she belongs to Pink Diamond, whose gem sits on her navel. Meanwhile, Pink Pearl carries her gem on her navel, but belongs to White Diamond, whose gem rests on her forehead. This placement paradox sparked one of the fandom's most compelling theories, that our Pearl originally served White Diamond, while Pink Pearl belonged to Pink Diamond before being seized by White as punishment and disfigured in the process. Half of this theory proved true. Pink Pearl, commonly Volleyball by Steven, did indeed belong to Pink Diamond initially and was taken by White as punishment. But the crack marring her face, that wasn't White's doing. It was Pink herself in one of her explosive tantrums.
How could White be so careless?
Oh no, Pearl, you've got it all wrong. Pink did this.
What did you say?
Pearl, no.
It's a funny story, really. Once Pink got tired of asking Yellow and Blue for her own colony, so she went straight to White. Of course, White told her she wasn't fit to run one, and well, that set her off.
The theory about our Pearl's origins, however, was debunked by Rebecca Sugar herself.
Was Pearl made for our Pink, or did she belong to White? Dun, dun, dun.
Our Pearl never belonged to White, but White is involved in the creation of pearls in general. So there is a connection, and that's all I can really say at the moment about it.
Hashtag no spoilers.
Pearl never belonged to White Diamond. She was created for Pink Diamond and was always Pink's Pearl. What makes perfect sense is White Diamond's strategic thinking behind this choice. She deliberately gave Pink a pearl with a forehead placement, a thinker, someone refined and analytical. White wanted Pink surrounded by gems who would force responsibility upon her, not the playful, heart-centered gems that enabled her childish tendencies. Pearl was meant to be Pink's intellectual anchor, preventing her court from devolving into a circus. The fundamental incompatibility between Pink and Pearl becomes immediately apparent in their early interactions. When Pink rhetorically mused about playing in the kindergarten with her subjects, asking Pearl if she could imagine it, Pearl interpreted this as a literal command. A perfect example of how their different gem placements created communication barriers. Had Pink Pearl stood beside her on that throne, the subtext would have been understood instantly. Pink was pure spontaneity and fun. Pearl embodied rigidity and duty. Yet Pearl's programming ran deeper than her forehead gem's analytical nature. Her devotion to her diamond superseded everything.